Yes. Good morning, students. Please get ready with your English textbook. Page number is 125. A prose lesson is taken by Meena. The heading or the title of the lesson says Wealth and Values. You know the meaning of a wealth as well as values it is. Here is a story of a rich man, businessman. The name of the businessman is given as Mr. Balaji and his sons Gagan and Rahul. Gagan always helped his father and was a very responsible boy. So in this lesson, we are going to come across only three characters. The characters are Mr. Balaji, he is a father, and the two other characters are your sons called as Gagan and Rahul it is. So here, the moral or the story revolves along three characters. When you have a wealth, you should take care of your wealth and you should use your wealth in a very useful way. If you spend your wealth lavishly or unnecessarily, just going around the world or forgetting your responsibilities. So in this lesson, you'll come to know lastly and finally what will happen to Gagan when he takes his share and moves from away from his father. It is. Here is a story of a rich businessman, Mr. Balaji and his sons, Gagan and Rahul. Gagan always helped his father and was a very responsible boy. Now see the difference among the two sons. One is very hardworking, the other is a lazy or inactive son he has. Gagan always helped his father, means he was very affectionate towards his father. And Gagan knew that the father is slogging right from morning till evening. For whom? For us it is. So he became very responsible. So whatever work was allotted by his father, he used to do it very promptly, very dutifully. So in this way, Gagan became very affectionate towards his father. But Rahul was a very irresponsible. Irresponsible means not obeying. A very bratty son he was, irresponsible, unkind, or unpolite towards his father. Always enjoying his time with his friends. So what was his hobby or what was his pastime? He used to enjoy with friends. He had a large circle of friends. Morning till evening, he spent his time. His time was spent among his friends. How was he spending it? He was taking a money from his father as a pocket money and spent upon his friend. So his friends were very happy with him because they knew that Rahul is a stupid or he is a foolish friend, a foolish rich friend they had with him. Mr. Balaji's palatial house, father gives my portion of the property. So now in scene number 1, who enters a palatial house? Means the meaning of that, it is a palace-like type. Mr. Balaji has constructed or built a very spacious bungalow or almost like a palace it was. So who enters in father's room now? Rahul enters his father's room and he says, Father, give me my portion of the property. So now, whatever pocket money was receiving from his father, that was not sufficient for him. So now Rahul directly asks his father, I need my portion or I need my share in the property, he says. Mr. Balaji, oh dear, what makes you ask for a share in the property? So Mr. Balaji, being a father, he says, oh dear, he did not get angry, he don't become angry or he don't rise his temper. Very coolly and quietly, he asks his son, see the way he's referring him, oh dear, he says, oh my lovely son, what makes you, why do you want a share in the property? What are you going to do with a share? The father asked his son, it is, Gagan, why Rahul? Why do you want a share? So now a conversation was taking place between Mr. Balaji and Rahul. In between, Gagan interrupts or he joins the conversation or he jumps into the conversation. He says, Why, brother, why do you need your share? What do you want to do it? Aren't we happy together? Now Gagan is trying to console or pacify his dear younger brother. He says, aren't we happy with our father? Aren't we happy together? Why you want to be separated? Why do you want to have a share in the property? He keeps on questioning his younger brother. Rahul, no, Gagan, I need my share. So now Rahul became very adamant, very stubborn. He says, Gagan, you stop, you don't interfere in a conversation. He says, I need my share. I have decided it's lastly and finally that I need my share. I wanted it. It's not your share I'm asking. I am asking my dad's share. He says, I want to visit places all over the world. Do you know the reason why I'm asking? Because I want to visit, I want to go around the world and I want to visit all the places, the most important tourist spots of this world, he says. I don't want to explain things to everybody. So now he becomes cross with his brother Gagan. He says, I don't want to explain anything in detail for you. Whatever I have said, just vividly I have said, or very briefly I have told you and my dad, he says. I want to be independent and happy. The other reason is that when I have my share, I can lead a happy and independent life without anybody's interference in my life, he says. I don't want anybody to interfere in my life and question me, what are you doing? Where are you going? How are you doing this? I don't want to have any interference, he says. I am asking for my share and not for your advice. See the rudeness or the harshness of his younger brother. He says, I am asking my share. I am not asking your share. You need not advise me. You did not say me any good words to me. Just listen to the conversation between me and my dad or my father, he says. Rahul collects the money and goes away. So whatever the father gives, that is Mr. Balaji, whatever he gives, he takes the money and goes away. He wastes his money, spending lavishly, leads a luxurious and a wasteful life. So how was his money was spent? He starts wasting his money because he has not earned, he has not worked hard at all. He doesn't know the meaning of a hard work. He has got the money from his father, that is, he has taken it very lightly. He doesn't know the value or the importance of our money. He starts spending money lavishly with whom? With his friends. He had a very big friend circle, or he had many friends. Lavishly means just throwing away the money. If it starts 10 rupees or 20 rupees, he started giving to the vendors or to the people instead of 20, 40, 50 and all. The extra money was given to them and leads a luxurious and a wasteful life. So what he did now, he started leading or spending a very happy life, thinking that I am the most happiest person on this earth because I am so rich. I have got so much money, which is not going to end or never going to end. He says luxurious means with all the comforts. He started living in a very spacious bungalow or in a very spacious building or almost like a palace type. Wasteful life and wasteful life. So in this way, he was wasting his life or he was spending his life. He visits palaces, I beg your pardon, he visits places all over the world. So now after constructing or purchasing or buying a spacious bungalow for himself, and now what he decides for himself, he decides to visit or go around the world of the beautiful places or the tourist spots or the picnic spots, whichever he had heard in his life. With his friends, he never goes alone because he needs a company of his friends. He moves in the companies of his friends and he takes with them also. His friends never spends even a single paise or even a single pie. Everything wholly and solely they depend on here Rahul for spending from A to Z. Eventually, he turns into a poor man. Eventually means in the end, when all the money is spent or when all the richness is gone, What he becomes now? He becomes a very poor man. He begins to feel the need for money. A person who has spent a luxurious life or a spacious or a very precious life like this, so naturally they feel very bad. Now he begins to feel the need of money. So whatever money he has taken from his dear father, everything was used unnecessarily or not keeping or not taking care of his money for his future life. Now he begins to feel, now he wanted to have a money for what? To spend with his friends. His friends do not want to be with him. Now see the condition of the friends now. So now, as soon as the money was becoming empty or when the money was getting over, so what his friends started doing now? One after the other, they started moving away from him. Moving away from him means they doesn't want to have a friendship with him or they doesn't want to stay with him now. They say, okay, Rahul, now let me make a move. Let us go back to our house and stay with our dear family, they say. Rahul goes in search of them, but no one helps him. Now, lastly and finally, the friends who were with him, almost he was a honeybee for him. So each and everybody were attracted towards him. Now they have been repelled from him. So now he goes in front of his dear friends. Where are they? How are they? Why? Means he wants a help from them. So now when he goes and knocks the doors of each and every friend's house, you know how they turn him away? They turn him away in a very bad manner. Each one gives a one comment. One friend says that I have no money. The other friend says that I don't know who are you. I haven't seen you so far. So this was the reply given by his dear and dear friends once upon a time when he was a rich man or he was a rich man's son. It is because none of them were ready to help him. Everybody almost chased him away by saying that, sorry, we cannot help you. Now Rahul learns a good lesson from his friends. He wanders about desperately and lives in utter poverty. He wanders means working here and there, aimlessly, without any job, without any work. Almost his condition has become like a beggar it is. Desperately and lives in utter poverty. Desperately means he was so sad, he was so unhappy that he couldn't do anything to control the present situation. Gradually, Rahul realizes, gradually means slowly, he realizes, he comes to know that even the servants enjoy better facilities. Lastly and finally, he imagines about his father's servants. My father's servants are enjoying their life better than me. They are leading a luxurious life. Look at me, being the son of a very rich man, a wealthy man in a village or in a town. So what is my condition? What is my present situation? I have become almost a beggar now. So now to fill my hunger, to fill my stomach, to survive in this world. So what work can I do? Nothing. I have to go on begging from house to house. Being me young, nobody gives me even a charity alms because the people in this world says that if you are physically fit, no charity will be given for the physically fit. Only the people, those who are physically handicapped, only for them charity and alms are given means then only we are going to get some virtues for that, not for such idiots. We say, even today this practice is there in our world, it is different. So Rahul realized, and even the servants in his father's house, he decides to go back home. So now he decides for himself. He tells in his mind and imagines, so let me go back and let me fall on my father's feet. When I request him, when I cry bitterly in front of him, surely he's going to accept me. He is advised by his father's friends to go back unto his father. One fine morning, Rahul will be wandering here and there aimlessly without any work or without any job. So one of his father's friends notices him, sees him, and then he calls and says, "Oh, yeah, you are Mr. Balaji's son. What's your condition? How you have become like this? Look at the condition. You are in a tattered clothes. You are in a torn clothes. You doesn't look like a son of a rich man." So now Rahul starts crying bitterly in front of his father's friend. He says, "Uncle, I'm very sorry. I have taken my share. I became separated from my father and from brother. And then what I did not use my money in a useful way. I have used my money, all my money, whatever share I have taken from my dear father, spending in a very luxurious life. Now, so this is my condition. I have become so poor. I cannot express my poverty," Rahul says to his father's friend. So the father advised him, says that it's okay. You go and beg your father. You fall on his feet. He may excuse you. He may pardon you. Better you go back. You cannot stay in such a condition here in this world, he says. So lastly and finally, Rahul goes back to his father. His father sees him coming. I think the father was seated in a veranda or in a lawn, I think. He sees him coming. The dear father sees his dear son, the younger son, entering the gate of the palace. He embraces him. See the love and the affection of a father. He never discriminates or he never makes a difference that he has treated me so badly and so rudely. Immediately this old man, he runs near the gate and embraces and hugs his son. He says, so happily and so joyfully, "Oh, you have come back home. I'm so happy. I'm extremely happy to see you here, Rahul," he says. And then he embraces his son and then he kisses his son all over his body like a small child. He says, "Come on, my dear. Come on, my child. Come on, you can take rest. You can enter now." And very happily, he takes him inside the house. Now Rahul speaks to father. "Father, I have made a mistake." So Rahul, very politely, very kindly, in a very polished way, he says, he refers his father. "I have made a mistake," means I have committed a mistake. I went wrong in asking a property. He says, "It was my fault. You advised me. Even my brother advised me. I did not hear to that, or I was not ready. I was not in a position to hear your advice and my brother's advice. Really, I have committed a blunder," he says. "I do not deserve to be called your son." See the situation here now? After entering the father, when the father has welcomed him so happily, he says that I do not deserve. I say that I am not your son. I cannot be called as a son because you are so good, so kind. I was so rude to you while asking a property share. Make me one of your servants. So please don't take me as your son. Please accept me as your servant because I can stay in your servant quarters. I can serve you as a servant from morning till evening," he says. Now the father replies to the sons. Now he says, "Father, oh my beloved son, I am so happy to see you back." So what father says, "You take back your words, whatever you have spoken to me. Do you think I am going to treat you as my servant? No, no, my dear, never in my life. You are my dearest. You are my lovable son. How can I treat you like this? I am happy to see you alive and happy to note you that you have realized your mistake. You know that what you have done for your rudeness and impolite behavior. That is only enough for you, and that is sufficient for you to turn a new page or to get towards your new life," the father says. "Forget what has happened and begin a life afresh." Father advises his son saying that whatever you have done, I have forgotten. I have excused you. So even you also forget whatever you have done and you have behaved with me. Better start a new life from now onwards. Father says, and he takes him inside the palace. So here in the photo you can see the father and the son are embracing, are hugging with each other because father was extremely happy to receive his son, and whereas the son was feeling very sorry and very bad for himself because the way he has behaved with his dear father. Mr. Balaji calls his servants. No, he starts calling his servants, calling by their name. Oh, come here. Look, my younger son has come here. How happy I am. I am not able to express my happiness to all, he says. Mr. Balaji, bring Rahul the best clothes you can buy. Now, the dear father, the affectionate father, is ordering his servants or commanding the servants, saying that bring the best clothes which are available in the market. Run or go fast. Immediately get the best clothes from this town, whatever cost it is. I don't mind, whatever amount, whatever price it is, the father says. Decorate his finger with a ring, and get good shoes for his feet. So the father says, get the fingers, get the golden fingers, diamond and silver, rubies and all. Decorate his fingers, because if he wears a gold, diamond, and rubies, then only it is a symbol or it's a signal that he is a son of a rich man and gets the best shoes for his feet. Means you are going to buy or purchase from the market the costliest shoes which is available in our town, he says. That means what was the condition? You can imagine. He has come to his father's place with a torn clothes, with a torn trousers, shirts, and also no shoes on his feet. He was not wearing shoes. So the father is ordering shoes for his feet. Make a delicious meal and let's celebrate his return. So now he orders the palace cook by saying that make a rich and a delicious and a tasty meal for my son, because my son has come after so many years, and that too in such a bad condition or in such a bad situation. Let us celebrate. Let us celebrate means almost let us celebrate like a festival in a house. Servants leave the room after hearing the command and the orders of the servants of Balaji. They just leave to do the work, whatever was allotted by him to them. They start running here and there to find the things, to arrange the things, because our boss, Mr. Balaji, is going to welcome his friends for this party or for this celebration. It is for the function. Rahul falls at his father's feet. Now Rahul falls on his father's legs and he says, oh dear father, you are so kind, so polite to me. I behaved in such a bad way, but you did not treat me so rudely as I treated you before leaving the palace. He feels very bad and extremely unhappy for his unruly behavior, and he falls on his feet and asks for pardon or for excuse. It is, Father, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive my foolish behavior. He says, I'm extremely unhappy. I'm sorry. I cannot express my words. How to express my sorry? I don't know. He says, please forgive me. Please forget my words. So harsh words which I have used you before sharing a property. He says, really, I was foolish. I was stupid. I was mad to extract money from you, he says. I have realized that money alone cannot bring satisfaction and happiness. So now I know the value of money, as well as I know the value, the importance of our relations in this world. Nobody cannot live alone in this world, because we must and should have our relations to share our joys and sorrows. I thought my friends were only my relations, but lastly and finally, they have deserted me when I became poor or when I landed in poverty. He says, my friends were only in my happiness. It is. Mr. Balaji breaks down means Mr. Balaji starts crying or shedding his tears like a small child. He starts crying bitterly, and he says, "Stop, my son." So now Mr. Balaji cries very bitterly like a small child and says, "Stop, my son, you don't say about your bad days or your bad friends. I do not hear anymore. All I can do is thank God for sending me back." You know what is my final words and last word? Really, I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful to my God because He has sent me back so that I am seeing you today, Father sends. And He says that you can go back and relax in your room, He says. So at this moment, Gagan comes home. At this moment means when all this is over, when the younger brother was about to enter into the house or into the palace, excuse me, at this moment means at this time, moment and movement is lot of difference, children. Movement means to move or what it is. Moment means right at that time, it is we say in English. Moment and movement, pronunciation and spellings are quite different, and the meanings are also, situation also differs. Gagan comes home. So now the elder brother comes home. He notices music and dancing. When he comes near the gate or when he enters the house compound, he sees everywhere the loud music was played everywhere. How was the music now? The music was a happy music where the people were dancing, jumping happily in their own mood and dancing. The people were dancing with joy. After is over. How will you split it? Shall I continue? Huh? Still 5 minutes is there. Huh? No, you can stop here because my lesson will close here now. You will stop. Then I'll tell them. We can come to the next. I'll tell them this. Just wait. Don't because